Welcome everyone. I am so excited you decided to click on this page and get a little bit of motivation. My name is Ariel and this is Positive A. Going into this new year, this new decade, God was really tugging at my heart to walk, live, and grow in my purpose. So that's why I created this channel. This channel is for you, to help motivate, inspire you to be the best you can possibly be. And with that said, I want to go into today's message. Today's message is about strength. How do you find strength in that weakest moment of your life? How do you do that? How do you get up in the morning when your heart is broken and keep pushing on? How do you keep walking up those stairs when that opportunity that you knew was for you didn't pan out the way you thought it would? How do you keep moving forward when the plans that you had for your life weren't God's plans, and when you got them, they destroyed you? How do you keep getting that strength to keep pushing forward? How do you do that? It's hard when you're trying to do it on your own. It's hard when you're trying to do it with the world. It's very, very hard. But I can encourage you and tell you that with God, it is possible. With God, you will get through this. I want to read a message for you. It's out of 2 Corinthians 12:9. It says, "Each time he said, 'My grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness.' So now I'm glad to boast about my weakness, so that the power of Christ can work through me. That's why I take pleasure in my weaknesses and in the insults, hardship, persecution, and troubles that I suffer for Christ. For when I am weak, then I am strong." He said, "My grace is all you need." God's grace is all you need to keep pushing forward, especially when you're in your weakest moments, because that's when His power works best for you. And He says it, His grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness. And it's true. Almost a year ago now, I was in my weakest moment. My weakest moment. I was broken. I had walked through hell. I had seen hell. The devil was knocking at my door and tried to freaking kill me, literally. I wasn't eating. I was depressed. I didn't get out of bed. But there was always something in that weak moment that kept telling me, even though it was as small as a whisper, I kept hearing, "I'm here. I'm here." That was God telling me, "I'm here." And in those weak moments, that's when He was strongest for me. And He kept me here. And He kept me strong in Him. And He told me, "Don't worry about it. I love you. My grace is sufficient. My grace is enough for you. And you're going to get through this." And I am a walking testimony to tell you that whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. But you have to trust God through it. You have to trust God in every aspect of your life. And I can honestly tell you that when you start trusting God, it's like you're on the best roller coaster of your life. That is the best description I can tell you trusting God is like. It is like a roller coaster ride that you just love and you're happy to be on. Yeah, it's scary going up to the top. Yeah, when you're climbing up, it's a little hard. You don't know what to do. It's a little fearful, but you keep trusting. You keep going. When you start hit that bend and you go down that roller coaster and you start going through those loops, and when you finally finish that roller coaster ride and you're off, you look back and you think like, "Wow, what was I afraid of? That was so fun. It was like the best adrenaline rush I could have ever had. And that's how it is with God. That's how it is walking and trusting and loving Him and knowing that He is there for you every single day. That's how it is knowing that He is your strength in those weakest moments. That's how it is knowing that He knows what's best for you. That's how it is knowing that He has a perfectly designed, picture perfect, planned purpose for you. And what's for you is for you. And what He puts in your heart, true desires that He puts in your heart and says, this is the plan I have for you. Trust me, it will come to pass. But you have to trust God, and you have to be obedient to Him, and you have to know that He will never steer you wrong. He's going to take the wrong people out of your life and put the right ones in. Yeah, it might not be comfortable at first. Yeah, it's going to suck. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's not what you're used to, but it's what you need. And when you start adapting to, this is what I need, you'll start loving that path. You'll start loving that walk, and you'll start growing in that walk, and you'll start getting strength in that walk. You can't expect to go to that next level if you're not willing to be a little bit uncomfortable. And being uncomfortable, let's just be real, it's not fun for anyone. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ran track from the time I was in kindergarten to like 20 something. And every time I get out the house to go on a run, I am so excited putting on my tights and stretching. When I start getting outside, and it's like 30 degrees outside sometimes, and it's cold, and my chest starts hurting because the cold air is just like, oh, it's hitting me hard. But I don't stop. I keep going. I keep pushing. I keep pushing through that pain. And when you learn to push through that pain, you start getting stronger. And you realize you have the endurance to go. And that's how it is trusting God and walking with Him. He gives you that strength and He gives you that endurance. This is not a race. This is not a 100-meter dash. It's a marathon. With God, it's a marathon. Your path, when you open that door, it's a marathon. But it's your marathon. It's no one else's marathon. It's your marathon. You are in the race alone. You can't sit here and look in the lane next to you and thinking, oh, let me do what they're doing. That way I can get to where I'm going. It doesn't work like that. You have to stay in your own lane, knowing that God got you and that's your path, and what's for you is going to come to pass, and God's going to bless it abundantly. You can't sit here worrying about what happened back there last week, last year, 10 years ago. Oh, they did me wrong. Oh, that wasn't fair. Life's not fair. It's not. And life is also but a vapor. While you're on this earth, you have to walk your path. And walking your path is walking with God. And knowing that God's grace is on you. And every morning when you wake up, you have to thank God. Be like, you know what? I'm glad I woke up, because this is an opportunity for me to go after that heart desire. This is an opportunity for me to change somebody's life. This is an opportunity for me to walk in my purpose, even in my weakest moments. In your weakest moments is when you learn the lessons. I'm going to tell you right now, in your weakest moments is when you learn the lessons. Those are the moments when God speaks to you most. Even when you feel like you don't hear Him, trust me, He is speaking to you most. So you have to take those weak moments, those hard moments, those heart-wrenching, broken moments, and you have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And you have to let God be that strength in those legs to keep you moving forward. You're not alone. It might feel that way, but you're not. He is there, rooting for you, guiding you. He's going to send the right people to you, and he's going to help you along the way. But it starts with you trusting him that he is your strength in those weakest moments. So with that said, I hope this message encouraged you. I hope this message gave you some type of motivation, inspiration to go out there and keep pressing forward. And if you're already on that path, I hope this message, you know someone that this message can encourage and help. Please subscribe. Please share. I just want to be the salt and the light of this earth to help each and every person be the best that they can be. So just know that I love you and God loves you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Mwah.